Oh, you can feel it, can't you? That burning inside your chest, that silent scream behind your eyes. Yeah, you've been holding it in for way too long, pretending like you're fine, right? But tonight? Oh nah, tonight's different. Because someone in your own family just found out who you really are. Let that sink in. The mask? Gone. The performance? Over. All that pretending? Shattered like glass. Now they know. And the silence between you? It's heavier than any scream you've ever held back. You thought you could outrun it, didn't you? The truth, the memories, the pain that refused to stay buried. But truth doesn't chase, it waits. And when it finally catches you, oh wow, it changes everything. So listen, don't scroll away, don't blink, because this story, your story, might just hit closer than you think. If you've ever cried when no one was watching, this one's for you. If you've ever been exposed and still stood tall, this speech belongs to you. I'm talking about those uncontrollable tears, the ones that burn more than they fall, the kind that don't ask permission, they command release. The kind that comes when the truth finally walks through the door and locks eyes with you. Yeah, that moment when the person you feared the most finally knows everything. So to the warriors who smile through breakdowns, to the silent fighters who cry without noise, to the ones who were seen and still refuse to give up, this one's a tribute. Drop a comment below if you've ever had that moment where your truth stood naked in front of someone who thought they knew you. I want to see how many real ones are out there. How many of you turned those uncontrollable tears into unstoppable strength? Because by the end of this speech, you won't see those tears as weakness anymore. You'll see them for what they really are, the beginning of your becoming. Now breathe in. Wipe your face, and let's begin. Because once the truth is out, there's no going back. It's strange how silence can sound louder than screams when truth finally walks into the room. You felt it, didn't you? That cold, trembling weight crawling up your spine the moment their eyes changed. 1 second, everything was normal. Smiles, routines, that artificial peace families build when no one dares to look too deep, and then boom. They saw you, not the version you performed, not the mask you practiced. You, the real one, the flawed, haunted, battle-torn soul underneath. Oh wow, that silence after their realization? It was louder than thunder. You didn't even need words. They just looked at you, and in that stare, every hidden chapter flipped open. Every little secret you buried under, forced laughter began to breathe again. It's almost poetic how the truth doesn't need an announcement. It just stands there, raw, uninvited, and unashamed. Yeah. You tried to prepare for this day, didn't you? The day the illusion would finally collapse. But nothing prepares you for the sound of someone seeing you. Not hearing, not believing, but seeing. You tried to keep your composure, but the body always betrays the soul. The tears came, uninvited and uncontrollable. Those weren't weak tears. Those were truth's tears, cleansing tears. They didn't come to humiliate you. They came to wash away the weight you carried for too long. But you fought them, didn't you? You thought strength meant not crying. Oh, how wrong that idea was. Real strength, it's standing there as your whole image burns down and still choosing not to run. You see, people think breakdowns are ugly, but no, they're revelations. They strip away performance. They expose the difference between what's fake and what's real. And when someone in your own bloodline witnesses that collapse, that's when the game changes. Because they don't see you as the perfect one anymore. They see you as human. The myth dies. The truth lives. But there's fear in that exposure, isn't there? That crawling panic whispering. They'll never look at me the same again. Yeah, they won't. Because they've seen the war behind your calm, the chaos behind your quiet. And once someone has seen the storm, they can never unsee it. That's the part that hurts. Not their judgment, but their knowing. Oh wow. That's what breaks you. Not the truth itself, but the reflection of it in their eyes. The kind of reflection that says, so this is who you really are. It's haunting. It's humiliating. It's freeing. All at once. You wipe your tears, pretending you still have control. But inside, something's unraveling. You can't rewind this moment. You can't erase it. You can only face it. The truth has entered the room, and it's not leaving. Every defense mechanism you ever built is collapsing under the weight of exposure. The lies that kept you safe are now burning in broad daylight. Oh yeah, this is the moment that changes everything. But here's the twist. Sometimes it's not their discovery that hurts the most. It's yours. Because in their shocked eyes, you also saw something else. A reflection of your own denial. You realized you've been running from yourself longer than you've been hiding from them. And now that the curtain's down, there's no turning back. The tears keep falling. But this time, they carried truth instead of shame. Every excuse you ever made was a lullaby you sang to silence your own conscience. You want to know what happens when truth breathes louder than your excuses? Everything starts echoing. Every lie you whispered to yourself ricochets inside your skull, like broken glass. You start hearing your own words, all those justifications, all that fake confidence, and suddenly they sound hollow. Oh wow. It hits you how many times you disguised weakness as wisdom, how often you call avoidance patience, how many times have you called fear peace. And now you're standing in the ruins of your own narrative, realizing you were the architect of your own prison. You built it with every I'm fine, every forced smile, every silence when you should have spoken. Yeah, it's brutal. Facing the fact that no one betrayed you more than your own comfort zone. It's not their misunderstanding that hurts anymore. It's your own clarity finally coming for you. You try to reason with yourself, I had no choice. But deep down, you know you did. You always did. You just didn't like the price of truth. You wanted understanding without vulnerability, forgiveness without confession, freedom without accountability. Oh yeah. The truth demands payment, and it collects interest in silence. There's a certain madness in that realization. You start remembering every moment you could have been honest with them, with yourself, but you chose to act strong instead. You thought endurance meant hiding your cracks, but endurance isn't about pretending you're unbreakable. It's about surviving even after you've shattered. That's the part no one tells you. The real test isn't how long you can fake being okay. It's what you do when your own reflection stops lying for you. You wipe your face, trying to reset your breathing, but the air feels heavier now. The truth doesn't leave once it's been seen. It follows you. It sits in the corners of every room. It watches you try to rebuild. It waits, not to mock you, No, but to see if you'll finally stop running. Because this time, you can't outrun what's inside you. You start thinking about them, that family member who saw the truth first. Maybe they didn't say anything. Maybe they just knew. And that silent knowing became your mirror. It's strange, isn't it? The people who see your truth before you do are often the ones who break your denial without breaking your heart. That's why it hurts, because deep down, you know they were never your enemy. They were the witness you couldn't silence. Nah, it's not a shame that it burns now, it's awareness. That's what floods your chest. Not regret, but awakening. The kind that cuts through your illusions like lightning. You can almost hear your old self whispering, "Was all that pretending worth it?" And you don't have an answer. Not yet, but you will. Because this isn't where your story ends. This is the first real step toward its beginning. The truth didn't destroy you. It exposed what needed rebuilding. The tears weren't weakness, they were the cleansing before the storm of growth. Rebuilding doesn't start when the pain ends. It starts when you finally stop pretending it doesn't hurt. You asked yourself whether to rebuild with honesty or to hide behind new masks. The question haunts you. It follows you into every quiet room. Every breath feels like a choice between becoming real or staying broken. Oh wow. It's terrifying, isn't it? The idea that there's no way back to who you were before they knew the truth. That version of you, the calm, the control, the illusion, is gone, burned away by the fire of exposure. Now, it's just you and the ashes. The first instinct is always to rebuild fast, to prove you're fine, to patch the cracks before anyone notices they're still bleeding. Yeah, you tell yourself you're evolving, but deep down you know you're rushing. And rushing is just another disguise for denial. Real rebuilding takes stillness. Stillness hurts. It forces you to sit with what you ran from, to face your reflection without the filters. Every time you try to rebuild with pretense, the structure collapses. Because anything built on falsehood crumbles the moment truth walks by. You can't decorate pain. You can't camouflage shame with smiles. You can't build peace on top of denial. Oh yeah. You tried that before, remember? You called it moving on, but all you really did was relocate the pain, not remove it. You start to understand something deeper now. The truth doesn't just free you, it judges you. Quietly, fairly. It makes you accountable for how you rise after being exposed. It's not just about being seen anymore. It's about who you become after being seen. That's the real test, not whether you can survive the fall, but whether you can rebuild without disguises. Nah, it's not easy. Some nights the silence screams. Some mornings the mirror feels like a witness instead of a reflection. But slowly, the pain starts shaping discipline. The regret starts sculpting awareness. You realize rebuilding isn't about vengeance or proving anything to anyone. It's about refining what's inside you. It's about becoming someone so rooted in truth that exposure doesn't scare you anymore. You remember that family member again, the one who saw through you. At first, their silence felt like judgment, but now you sense it differently. Maybe they didn't turn away because they saw your flaws. Maybe they stayed quiet because they saw your potential to rise from them. That's the thing about truth. It doesn't always destroy relationships. Sometimes it purifies them. It removes the fake layer, forcing both sides to see what's real. Rebuilding with honesty means accepting that not everyone will clap for your growth. Some will still whisper. Some will still doubt. Oh wow, that's fine. Because your validation no longer lives in their eyes. It lives in your own reflection, in the peace that comes when your insides finally match your outside. That's what freedom truly feels like. No performance, no masks, just quiet integrity. But remember, rebuilding isn't the end. It's only the middle of transformation. Because once you start standing in truth, something else begins to awaken inside you. A strength that was buried under years of pretending. There comes a moment when pain stops being a punishment and starts becoming permission. Permission to rise differently. That buried strength you kept locked under guilt and silence, it starts moving, quietly at first, like a faint pulse under cracked skin, then louder, stronger, unstoppable. It's not arrogance. It's not rebellion. It's awakening. Oh wow, you feel it, don't you? That strange calm in the middle of your chaos. The kind that whispers, you've survived too much to stay small. You realize now that everything that broke you wasn't meant to end you. It was meant to expose what couldn't be destroyed. Yeah, the tears, the shame, the confrontation, they were all chisels, each one carving away the layers that weren't you. Pain didn't steal your power, it revealed it. You thought your strength left when they saw your weakness, but no, that was the beginning of it. Because true strength is born the day you stop begging for understanding and start walking in truth anyway. You stop hiding behind explanations. You stop shrinking for comfort. The silence that once suffocated you now becomes your discipline. You no longer speak to be believed. You speak to stay real. Oh yeah, that's when the shift happens. When you stop trying to prove you've changed and start being the change, even if no one claps. You think back to every moment you were underestimated, every smirk, every dismissal, every you'll never recover. Those memories used to sting. Now, they sharpen you. They remind you that strength was never loud. It was quiet endurance. The kind that keeps walking after every fall. The kind that learns to build from ashes with precision, not rage. Nah. Strength isn't a roar, it's control. It's the decision to rise without resentment, the refusal to let bitterness own your narrative. You stop wishing the past was different and start respecting it for what it taught you. The family member who saw the truth, you don't fear their gaze anymore. You meet it, steady, calm, unflinching. Because you finally understand. They weren't meant to pity you. They were meant to witness your rebirth. Each day, you move with a quiet authority. You've been exposed, broken, rebuilt, and now you're becoming unshakable. The kind of person who doesn't need validation to feel solid. The kind of soul that no rumor can bend. Oh wow. That's when you notice something powerful. Peace follows you now. Not the fake kind made from pretending, but the earned kind that comes after facing everything you once avoided. You realize that tears, truth, and transformation were never separate. They were steps. Steps that led you to this. A clarity that no one can take away. You no longer fear being seen. You fear going back to hiding. Because once strength wakes up, it doesn't sleep again. But the story doesn't end with strength. No, the real question comes after it. Once you've risen from the ruins, once you've faced truth, rebuilt, and found your power. What will you do with it? And now, you've seen it. The truth laid bare. The tears that once felt like weakness now revealed as your fiercest weapon. The family member who knew. The silence that suffocated. The moments you thought would break you. They didn't. They made you. Oh wow. Feel that weight in your chest? That's not pain. That's power. That's clarity. That's you, rising from every lie you told yourself, every mask you wore, every shadow you ran from. Take a breath. Let it settle. Because this isn't just a story about exposure. It's a story about survival, awakening, and transformation. Yeah, the tears may still come. They may still hit when you least expect it. But now, they carry meaning. They carry the truth. They carry the fire that forges strength. And the next time someone sees all of you, you won't flinch. You won't hide. You'll stand unshakable, untouchable, unbroken. So here's my tribute to you, the fighters, the silent warriors, the ones who've cried when no one watched. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share your story. Stand proud, because your journey matters, your truth matters, and your strength, it's a legacy waiting to be witnessed. Remember, exposure isn't the end. It's the awakening. It's the spark. It's the beginning of becoming untouchable. And once you've faced it all, nothing in this world can ever shake you again.